hard turns. Really good mobility from UBC. Likely that is but here we go. Getting into this pivotal match for RoboRamblers versus University of British Columbia. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bring on the bots. All right, watching this UB side roll out. It's actually Georgia Tech that gets out of the base first, doing some scouting with their hero. And it's the AI for RoboRambler making it to the middle of the but he takes the hero shot. He gets taken down so quickly, chunked down to his last 20% HP, and will die. First blood going over to UBC.
Standard also taking some serious damage from Georgia Tech as Georgia Tech attempts to take the point away from UBC, pushing them back. Despite that sentry kill, looks like they have the point now. UBC going back to regroup for health and ammunition. Worth noting, UBC loading their robot in that menu. Oh, getting back into a fight here. That hero rolls out so quick, but he gets sniped by GT. Pushed back. Very good defense by GT. Not letting that hero take any ground. Now pushing back that sentry. Not letting him take space.
Power on their standard chassis. They're stuck.
He's in trouble.
They get out. The hero
GT's in trouble. He overpowers on the ramp. He can't get out. Sentry could take him. He's not looking. But Standard's down now. Hero down. Double kill for UBC.
The sentry with the fadeaway shots.
That was an amazing rollout from UBC. UBC looking to capitalize, having no firing shooting platforms. Pushed back by GT Sentry. They're still in this fight. Anyone's game here.
The hero for UBC made it back with just a sliver of HP. The AI not able to finish off the kill. Now it's AI versus AI. Two fully autonomous sentries making their way to the middle of the field. But the standard for UBC coming to back them up.
Taking point priority, trying to get another angle on Sentry, pincering him. No GT robots on the field. UBC has the point. All robots, good health, good ammo. GT needs to pull this out. Both robots in now. Oh, listen to that volley. Overheating from, no, not overheating for Sentry. Really good barrel heat control. But he's being pushed back by the standard.
Look at the hero for the University of British Columbia. Goes across the elevated road.
UBC in the reload zone, getting GT down. Not letting him get out of there.
The only bot in the game that has the DPS that outpaces the healing. Able to get a kill while their bot was in their own base.
UBC now pressuring that point, getting GT off of there while their hero trying to roll out to support their standard. That Sentry still not getting back to the reload zone. Standard down, Sentry not far behind. Hero being forced back, having not the health, not the ammo to take out these 3 UBC robots. Very impressive push from UBC.
And so the big difference.
Whoa, listen to that volley. That Sentry is on it. If that robot was alive, it would not be for long. Hero getting, both exchanging hero shots, UBC and GT at the same time.
The big difference in the latter half of this match, the AI bot, the Sentry for Georgia Tech, not making it back to the base, means it's not allowed to fire projectiles.
Yeah, that's a farmable bot for UBC. They really need to get that robot back to the healing zone so they can bring it out with full health and it can actually start making space for GT. That was a very impressive match by PacificSpirit. Very impressive match by GT also.
Oh, yeah.
Those pushes, that pressure, that double kill mid-match from UBC, oh my goodness.
Look at this damage.
Yeah.
Very, very close damage. We noted a couple hero interactions where the side of UBC made it back with less than like 20 HP remaining, meaning the kills in favor of UBC. But damage split very, very evenly. Round 2, Georgia Tech has to get this round if they want to stay in the competition. And honestly, their robots look fantastic.
Oh, yeah. UBC Hero getting into that backline, getting that kill on GT Hero while it is in the reload zone, not letting him rotate out, keeping that space for their team, getting 3 kills. That joust early on, really, really good positioning, even though he couldn't get it off. Every single engagement, we saw UBC Hero taking initiative, plunging into the fight, sights on target. Really impressive driving from UBC Hero.
I think, based on your math, I think this may have been the most that any team has pushed UBC
for sure
in the competition.
For sure, and I think you're right about that GT standard or GT Sentry. If that GT Sentry had been up, able to go back to the reload zone and heal, they could have gotten back into that fight, put another shooting platform on that center point. That would have been pivotal for GT if they can get that working. I know I saw it spinning a little bit.
Jordan, I think that this means if you're Georgia Tech, for round 2, I think you have to play just as aggressive. You don't have time. If they have some cool RHIT stuff where they can swap what command their Sentry is working off of, cool.
They should,
but if their Sentry is going to do the exact same thing it did in round 1, they've got to play hyper aggressive. They need to stay with it. They need all 3 of their bots together. and then their biggest hope is that they can repeat the early chunk of game of round 1, get a couple kills on the board, get a nice point lead, and then just keep defending that sentry.
Yeah.
You can't let it go down.
Yeah.
If it does go down, they could push it. They could push it backwards.
Yeah.
Try to get it out of. I mean, I don't think out of the center area.
I don't think that's the play because they're going to be so vulnerable as they push that robot back to the point.
One death while you're pushing the bot, in my opinion, worth
a
much better trade than like the 4 that sentry got throughout the game.
Across that rough terrain, it's going to take a long time to get back there. And with UBC's rollouts being so quick, UBC's engagements being so rapid, it's going to be really hard to make any maneuvers there. I agree with you having to push really early to get that advantage on UBC, and then just having to play it really safe in the latter half of this game when that sentry does eventually lose health.
We got some shout outs in the chat for Jordan himself. We got some people loving the aggressive heroes. This performance has been awesome. The hero getting a kill in the base, this is the first time we've seen that this year, ARC Season 1.
Not necessarily. We saw that earlier from UBC. They're actually, I think this is the 3rd time they've done that, gotten a kill in the base.
It's their strat. They just zoom across the elevated road.
Burst damage, real aggressive follow-throughs from UBC we've seen all season here. UBC's hero able to put both rounds on target so quickly in rapid succession. Between healing periods, I should add, it takes a tick of healing to evade a elimination from 2 hero shots in the healing zone while at full health. But UBC able to get it in that short period of time, that short amount of burst damage. So impressive to see from UBC. But here we go, getting into the second round. Georgia Tech versus University of British Columbia. They need 1 round on UBC
3,
here.
2, 1. Bring on the bots. UBC versus Georgia Tech.
Buying ammo as they
UBC
roll
going
out.
Across the elevated road.
Oh, UBC hero.
Taking the fight, swapping up the strategy.
UBC hero playing it safe. UBC standard staying on that point. Where is UBC Sentry at right now? UBC standard forced back by GT Sentry. GT Sentry moving towards the point. Takes the point. Oh, standard not moving for GT against UBC hero. We know how deadly that thing is, and he's down. UBC taking GT standard on the high ground before going back to reload. All 3 robots in the reload zone. That's Sentry.
For Georgia Tech doing a good job of holding the center point, allowing the humans to play their game, and keeping Georgia Tech in the game. It is basically tied up a victory point wise, but the hero for UBC trying to change that, making his way across the move.
Oh, a long shot from UBC hero, showing that it's not just close engagements that they can get eliminations in. UBC taking out GT hero from a long-range engagement from the high ground. UBC standard and Sentry now finally out on the field, taking on GT Sentry, melting him down to half before focusing on the standard. Both robots getting pushed back. Hero going back to respawn. GT Sentry low, GT standard low. Double kill. Can we get a double kill for? Yes, UBC double kill. And Hero's back, but both of his teammates are down. He might just want to retreat, get out of there, and try to defend against that UBC offense.
The hero for GT doing a good job of buying space. Both bots retreating. The Sentry's left.
Oh,
in the middle.
UBC Sentry might be pushing for kills here, even though that robot hasn't quite respawned yet.
UBC has the setup. They are initialized in the field. Invulnerability about to drop off of that blue Sentry as Georgia Tech returns to the center.
GT Standard pushing against UBC Sentry. UBC Sentry half going back to, respawn. Double kill for UBC. That happened so fast. Standard and Sentry. UBC taking out Standard and Sentry for GT. Both heroes just popping shots at one another. That hero from UBC is not letting the hero from GT get any health. This is an interesting engagement on the right side of the map. GT just trying to get some amount of health, but UBC not letting him. And once again, we see GT Sentry not being able to rotate back.
Wow, really well played by Georgia Tech's hero driver. Survived the onslaught
from
UBC.
Yeah, UBC running out of ammo, having to go back. But they're back up to full health now. That Sentry, the center of the point. Hero being pushed back by Sentry again, or by Standard again. Trying to make some space
coming
for the
across
high
from
ground.
Georgia Tech, but with 8 seconds left to go,
Not
and
enough.
UBC still holding the point. It will be another 2-0 for the University of British Columbia as they continue their perfect run.
Another volley on the hero at the last second just to seal the deal. A surgical victory from British Columbia.